So you're in a camera that kids see me right now?
Yeah, totally. And guess what? We've started.
Oh my god.
Yeah, hi.
Oh my god.
Wait, can you go to that one? It's over there though, because that will get my good side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one's my good side. You don't have a good and a bad
Yeah, I know.
side.
I do. Totally, I do. This side, my left side. Look
your
at that.
necklace is on backwards, by the way.
Necklace is just how I want it.
Oh, okay, that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Alright. Am I like this? Okay.
Yes, I believe you are. Yeah.
Am I?
You're in the thing. Yeah.
I am?
Yes. If you scoot forward just a little bit, you definitely are.
Okay, is this gonna look bad? REI Co-op. For all your camping gear needs.
La Croix. Strawberry peach. For all your bubbly needs. So, I'm also having like a hair issue. Your hair looks great.
Thank you. Okay. I washed it 2 days ago, which is pretty frequent reason for me.
Nice. Well done, yeah. I washed mine earlier today. I got it all like nice and curly and pretty. And then I cuddled and smooched with somebody who I'm crushing on right now, and their hands were all over it, and now I feel like a matted dog. So.
It kind of works for you.
The matted. Okay.
It's just you kind of give like hippie boy look, and you're just like, I'm free. I'm
gonna switch up my look, and the only look I can switch up to from here, because I can't go back to pretty boy or anything like that. I'm just gonna go crazy Einstein route.
Okay.
Kind of turn it into a fro.
Well, this is good because you're trying to do like a smart podcast right now, so.
Yeah.
This is Kyle Einstein.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta boost my IQ points by 3 immediately.
It makes your head look really small.
Yeah, I know.
Effect.
I used to do this thing when I was younger where I'd put my face like this. When my hair was out like this, I looked like an ice cream cone with a big scoop.
Wow. That's pretty good. I don't know how you figured that out. It's really specific.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You could always, if you need another video one of these days, you could just do that.
Mm.
Like I saw a TikTok of a guy being like, POV, I'm a fly flying by your ear, and he was just like, whoa, you know, and he was just acting like a fly, but it was really good. Anyway, you could be like, I'm an ice cream cone.
That's good. It reminds me of my favorite story of Jim Carrey. When he said when he was younger and he was just starting out his career, one of his favorite bits is he would went up on stage and for 15 minutes, not 15 seconds like these Gen Zers, 15 minutes, he pretended to be a cockroach that was being chased by a vacuum.
15 minutes is a really long time.
Yeah.
I think even 5 minutes would feel pretty long.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta look that up.
That's
Is it on video somewhere?
No, I mean it's on video of him sharing about it. I don't know if it's on video of him doing it. If it is, let me know immediately. Anywho, we're recording something, so we have to like make it worthwhile for people to watch.
Where am I supposed to look? Where do I put my hands and my eyes?
I don't know, this whole contraption is freaking me out. Y'all can't see
cameras.
this. You're just seeing this whole pretty side, but over here it's like an 30 technical octopuses or something.
They mostly don't look like they can see us. Like, what is that one looking at?
I think that one is the one that I had you scoot forward a little bit so you get into, which you did already. But I'll come into it just in case. And then that one's looking.
I think that one's mine. Hello.
That one's you. Yeah. So, your name is Romy.
Romy, that's right.
I actually don't really know anything about you. Okay, so I do. A few things.
You've been to my home.
I've been to your home. You have red hair.
I do.
You have a Twitter following, not super big, but sizable. You're a mother to a boy named.
Not gonna put his name on there.
Great, I'm gonna scratch that shit out. I'm gonna put a nice little bleep in there.
Yeah.
You're never gonna hear it. Watch, I'm gonna say it 3 times. What they're gonna hear is beep.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, I just want him to be able to decide if he wants to be associated with me.
Which makes sense, because the other thing that I know about you is that on Twitter there's a lot of people who think you're a bad mom.
They're kind of, like, they were mad at me before I had a baby, so I think they just think I'm bad, you know? People on Twitter just like to get mad about everything, but especially about things that I say and do, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
What have you said and done? Like, I just want to dive right into the meaty stuff.
What I actually think is that the main reason everyone's mad at me is because I kind of famously met my husband at Ayla's infamous gangbang.
Okay. Infamous why?
Well,
because I actually don't know about it. It's not infamous to me.
That's great. Yeah, it just went very viral. She, like, wrote a post about it, and she had this Sankey diagram with, like, the entire flow of people into the gangbang, and like all the way down to how many men came in her versus didn't come versus came in a fluffer, and the came in a fluffer bit got, like, really memed a lot.
What's a fluffer? You're just gonna have to explain a lot to this.
Okay, so a fluffer is actually a porn term. Then it's like people on set who get the actors ready to perform. And so at the gangbang, it was for Ayla's birthday, so it was like really her gangbang, and the whole goal was to have every guy have sex with her and finish in her, but they had to, like, be made hard before they got to her because there wasn't enough time for her to have a whole back and forth with everybody, because there were like 42 guys there. Yeah. And so there were, like, I don't know, 6 or 8 girls, myself included, who went to get the guys in the right dick space.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And so people hated you for, so where's the hate?
Well, people get really mad at slutty girls in general, I think.
Yeah.
And then, like, people are really just mad about Ayla a lot, and so I think, like, the association with Ayla is bad, and then the fact that I was, like, not ashamed or something to have been very slutty and have done this, like, gangbang thing that's, like, considered so taboo, you know? And then I also think, like, I have a couple friends who run, like, Slutstack. And no one's really mad at them. And I was talking to one of them.
Who is that?
I was talking to one of them recently, and she was like, you get so much more hate than I do on Twitter. And I was like, yeah, why is that? I think it's because they are mostly appearing to stay in their lane, and they mostly just talk about that, banging guys and whatever. Yeah. And I just talk about everything and, like, pretend to have opinions about stuff, you know?
Oh, so somebody who goes to gangbangs and is slutty in some regard, like, if you do that, that's the only thing you do, and it's okay to be, like, in that little crib. But if you crawl out of it and try and be, like, a woman in the world and have opinions and, speak about politics,
that's right.
It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like 2 days ago, I was like...
Whore stay in a whorehouse, basically.
That's right. They're like, stop trying to think. Like, get on your knees. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't take that long per day. I have time for other stuff. Like, the other day, I spent, like, 3 hours talking to Claude trying to understand the Social Security problem, right? The Social Security, like, trust fund is gonna be empty in 7 years or something like that, and we need to figure out what we're gonna do, right? Everyone knows about this. But I was like, what's actually going on? So I, like, talked to Claude for a long time, and then I tweeted something about it, and I was like, wow, it was really dumb how we got to this point. But then someone in the replies was like, wow, I'm glad we have the nation's top fluffers on the case.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's, like, actually pretty funny, but I'm like, wow, that's, like, there's a whole subset of, like, hundreds or maybe thousands of people who that's, like, all they can think of when they hear me talk. And so this is why everyone's mad, I think.
I mean, have you had, is this, like, trying to think, is there ways that you can have fun with that? Like, to own the fluffer title and, like, rub...
I mean,
I don't know.
I do think I talk about it, like, pretty openly, and I think everyone wants me to basically stop, and I'm just like, no, because I think it's funny and it's fine, you know? But people also get just straightforwardly mad at me about stuff. Like, one time I made the mistake of tweeting something about Gaza, and I don't even think what I said was that controversial, but then for, like, months, everyone was like, kill yourself, genocide denier, you know, and so I think most people just won't touch certain topics. Yeah. Yeah. Or, like, recently I did tweet while I was in Japan that we had vibe-coded a baby monitor app, and then we're leaving our baby home to sleep while going out to dinner a block away. Yes. And people lost their mind. But I did a Twitter poll, and something like 70% of parents, I think, maybe I'm overstating it, but a majority of parents said that this was fine. And it's just like none of them are in the replies being like, that's fine. They're just like, anonymously being like, that's fine, on a Twitter poll, and then the people who are putting their names on opinions are like, CPS should take your children away, you know?
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, do you feel called to continue sort of like being the outspoken person in the camp of people who are like, this is fine, and like leading the charge into like the angry pitchfork wielding masses?
Yeah.
To like call them out on their bullshit or whatever.
Kind of. Because then I think like, okay, what happens if no one is willing to do this? If a bunch of parents are silently being like, no, that's fine, but no one else can hear them saying it, then there's a bunch of new moms who are only going to hear these like really neurotic parents being like, you can never do that, and you have to co-sleep with your kid, and you have to do baby-led weaning, which is incredibly difficult and annoying to do, and if you don't, your kid will be fucked up forever. And I'm like, someone needs to just be like, you don't have to do any of that, and by the way, you can also leave your kid at home and go out to dinner a block away and nothing's gonna happen. And I think I can kind of take it. Like, I don't start to like question if I'm a bad mom when everyone's like, you're a bad mom. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Alright, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Say there's somebody in that camp who is not like the like kind of vibe, but they're like grounded and sensible and reasonable. Like, what would be like the most steelman version of their argument as to why not? Like,
yeah. I mean, I've thought about it because I am very scared that my baby's going to die. I'm like, I think all moms are.
Yeah, I imagine from what I've seen thus far and just generally who you are, that you are like have good intentions, are generally good.
Yeah,
mother.
like I want him to stay alive. So before I ever left him home alone, I like thought through, why is this illegal in the United States at least? I think it's because if something goes really wrong, then you aren't there to intervene. Hopefully you could get home quickly, but there are things that could go wrong very quickly that you couldn't intervene on, like a house fire. So I thought about this, but then the rate of house fires is actually pretty low. And then the rate of house fires per hour is really low. You know, the chance your house is going to burn down at any point in your life, low. Yeah. The chance it's going to happen in the 1 hour that you went out for sushi in Tokyo, around the corner, just astronomically low. And it's like much lower than the risk that your baby's going to die in a car accident when you drive your baby to the grocery store every week.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. And I'm willing to take that risk. So
I guess I didn't have like a good model for all the reasons why they might be angry. Was it something around like, so it sounds like it's just like safety, they might die because of fire, or is it also something around attachment and emotional needs if they like start whining and you're not there and then...
Okay, well, I mean, I did think this through too, but the thing is that my baby's sleep trained, so if he wakes up after his bedtime, we would let him cry for 10 minutes before we'd intervene at all, because he has no needs after he goes to bed. Like, it's probably very controversial, but like, no, he needs your love or something. No, he needs food like 4 hours after we put him to bed, and we in fact wake him up and feed him a bottle before he's down for the entire night. But in the interim, if he wakes up and is like, wow, what's going on, we let him settle himself. And so whether I'm up the block or not, we're going to let him settle himself for 10 minutes, and a block away, he can be home in 5. So if he actually never woke up any of the times we ever did this. But if he had, we would have just gone home immediately and then like timed it and then eventually gone in. But actually, anytime he wakes up, he does just settle himself in like 3 minutes, so this wouldn't wake him up. The other thing that everyone was talking about is this case of Megan McCann. Is that her name? I think her name was Megan McCann. This little girl was kidnapped out of her villa in Portugal while her family was on vacation there.
Just kidnapped out of what?
Like a villa in Portugal while her family was vacationing there. So it's like really famous, this like really super cute blonde hair, blue-eyed little girl, I think from the UK or something. And like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something, her family went on vacation to Portugal. The parents put her to bed in a locked condo or something and then went really close by to have dinner with friends. And then when they came back, she was gone. And then they never solved the case, and I think the consensus is she was kidnapped and sex trafficked. And so this is like really bad. You really, really don't want your kid to be kidnapped and sex trafficked. That's like worse than them dying on fire.
Yeah. It is worse, yes.
But this obviously basically never happens because everyone was replying with the exact same story. And actually, if this happened all the time, the thing people would say is, you don't want your kid to get kidnapped like the 3% of children who get kidnapped. Instead of, you don't want your kid to get kidnapped like Megan McCann, the one girl who is kidnapped ever in history, basically.
Mm.
You know? And so this shows that it's an extremely low probability event that is probably not going to happen, especially in Japan.
Yeah.
There's very little crime there.
Yeah.
And my baby would be a bad baby to sex traffic. Who can I look at the camera? Don't sex traffic my baby. He's a big complainer. You don't want to deal with it, okay? Was that compelling? Like, if you were thinking about stealing my baby, were you like, it's not worth it?
Yes, any thought of it that had remained inside of me it's gone.
Well, you were probably starting to think, like, I didn't even think about kidnapping a baby for sex trafficking, but now that you've planted the idea in my head, I should look into what the pros and cons are. But now you can just rule out my kid for part of that scheme.
I feel seen.
Uncanny even.
Yeah, wow.
Reading your mind.
Yeah, so it must be that like maternal
That's
attunement that you've been able to develop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Mm.
We've covered a lot of topics.
We've
here.
covered a lot of topics.
Yeah.
Is there a question that you would think would be somewhat uncomfortable for me to ask you,
Whoa.
but you'd still be willing to answer it?
Like,
I mean, because I feel like the ones I've already done were maybe in that territory, but
I was not
Everybody.
uncomfortable at all. I'm actually pretty hard to make uncomfortable. I'm sure
But there's something there,
something.
yeah.
I don't like have it in my head because if I did, I'd probably tell it to you because that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
But this like is too broad, like a probability space for me to be able to like
Okay.
pinpoint anything. But if
Okay.
you have something,
Well, so since I'm new in the video making space, click subscribe now. Let me see I just had the question and I lost it because I'm so nervous.
are you actually nervous?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm doing
I was like, am
fine.
I supposed to be nervous? Because I actually don't feel like on my
Yeah,
video
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, and I should be more nervous because it's gonna go on the internet.
No, but I had a really good question
You
just
did?
now, and I did, yes. Oh, because I'm new to the video making space, I should optimize for the kinds of questions that will yield the most clicks,
Sure.
right? So, and controversy does that. And I already kind of honed in on that. But
Yeah.
from what it sounds like, you've got a whole long career of starting little fires here and there.
2.5 years on Twitter of tweeting whatever pops into my head.
Wow, dangerous.
Yeah.
What is one of the other things that you shared on Twitter that caused a bit of an uproar?
Okay, I have to actually think. Like the Gaza one really got me in like the most trouble.
I'm like, is there another one? Because, I certainly have a lot of opinions in that space too, but they're somewhat a little bit terrifying to speak in front of these cameras, but
We could do it.
could do it. And this will be the big red button. I'm gonna slap it, and then we just completely change topic. We start talking about like gardening and tomatoes and stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to say my thing that I tweeted?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I guess I'll like add a preface of what I think about Gaza, which is that what's happening is terrible and should not be happening.
Yes.
And I'm super against what's going on in Gaza, and I
Yeah.
wish people weren't dying, and it's really sad.
Tragic.
And I think so. Like I tweeted this like a year or two ago, and I have not actually followed it since then. And so like maybe there's more information now. But at that time, I said what's happening is not genocide. It's bad and it's war, but I don't think it's genocide because I think that in a genocide, there is nothing that the people being genocided could do to make it stop. And I think in Gaza, if Hamas was like, we lay down our arms, we will never be in charge again, it's over, like we submit whatever you want, Israel, it would stop. Actually, all the bombings would stop, all the killing would stop. And so I think like in the Holocaust, if the Jews were like, hey man, we'll all leave or something, like Hitler was still gonna be like, get on that train, we're gonna gas you, you know, like the goal was kill every last one of them. And I think Israel has shown a disregard for human life, but to me it's not like we're trying to kill every Palestinian person and we're doing it systematically. Like I think if they were trying to do it systematically, they'd be better at it. You know, 80 years ago they could build gas chambers to get it done. You think they couldn't like literally kill every Palestinian pretty easily if they wanted to.
Well, I have so many things I could say to this actually.
Yay!
And so do you still? So that was 2 years ago, and have you updated in any way, or is that sort of like still kind of general the stance?
That's like basically my stance. Like I think the word genocide. I guess I just think it's important that words mean something, and I think the word genocide it's about a really interesting human behavior that emerges where like a group of humans is like, no, we're gonna exterminate every single member of that other group, no matter what it takes. And like it's a fucking crazy thing that people do, and I think having a special word for it is important. And we can't just throw that word around whenever we want to make something sound really bad so people pay attention to it. Like war is actually really bad, and people can just pay attention to it on those grounds alone. We don't have to call everything genocide.
Yeah. So I wouldn't have expected for the podcast to go in this direction, but here I am going to sort of present some of what my perspective that comes up when you share. Maybe there's a spectrum, perhaps if you will, of like genocide. Not every genocide is as like at the upper bound of like, you know, gas chambers and millions of people being just wanton exterminated at first sight. But there is still, I think, what Israel is doing in Gaza does constitute genocide. It's just like, and you know, I don't know if it would be this sort of like upper bound version of genocide if there was no scrutiny being placed on Israel right now from all the world's media organizations, multilateral organizations like the UN, the dependence that they have on the United Nations for funding and military support, which they know that if they were to do the wanton version, it wouldn't actually work out in their favor and they'd lose all their support, and that would ultimately be negative for them.
Sure.
So it seems like they're trying to do the maximum amount of disempowerment and exclusion from land and with total disregard for life within Gaza that would constitute genocide. So the maximum amount of that is still somewhat within the bounds of them still being able to achieve all their other goals long term, like continuing to receive funding and not be totally pariahed by the international community, which they've already done to some degree already. And there are people in the you know, within Netanyahu's more right-leaning cabinet that do have like basically openly genocidal views.
I believe this. Yeah, I think there are people, maybe Netanyahu himself, who if they had like absolute freedom, would actually obliterate all Palestinians.
Yeah.
Not just from Gaza.
Yeah.
From all of Palestine, and there are a bunch of Palestinians living in Israel, like tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another thing I think is interesting, because I think maybe I don't think they probably have the highest quality of life in Israel, but I think it's like actually pretty okay. Like I don't think that they're treated extremely badly. Is my understanding? I don't know.
Not extremely badly. It's definitely, as I understand it, there's something of like a second-tier citizenship that a lot of Israeli Arabs experience compared to Jewish Arabs. Or Jewish Israelis.
Yeah. I believe this. I mean,
but it's still better that they have it much better, the Arab Israelis, than the Palestinian Arabs, and particularly the Gaza.
Yeah, the ones actually living in Palestine.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's
West Bank and Gaza.
Awful conditions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with this. I mean, it's probably like what's actually probably happening here is like we have differing views on where the line is that constitutes genocide.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not clear to me that they actually wish all Palestinians would die. I think, as we discussed, there are some people that try to do think this, but I don't think this is like the mission that's being carried out is kill all Palestinians. And there are two genocides that I've studied kind of in great detail. The thing I tweeted to was that genocide is one of my special interests, and then I was like, my husband was like, you have to say that you're against it is Twitter. And so I was like, parentheses, I'm extremely opposed, and then people lost their mind about this, and I was trying to be clear, of course I'm against it. Anyway, I've studied the Holocaust and what the Khmer Rouge did in Cambodia. Like, I spent a month in Cambodia and went to all the killing fields and stuff.
Wow.
And this seems so different. Like, they were just rounding people up and killing them en masse. Like, there were these killing fields, right? And I mean, I don't need to say what they did at the killing fields.
Yeah, it's awful. I've heard.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess you're saying that there's international scrutiny that would come down on Israel if they tried to do this. So you think that what they're doing, the end goal for them is actually kill as many Palestinians as possible?
No.
Palestinians?
No, I think if a whole lot more Palestinians died, it wouldn't be too consequential for them. I don't feel like they would feel a whole lot of ethical impact of that.
But I mean, I think Russia and Ukraine are in the same boat. They think this is what war looks like. War's awful.
Yeah, I don't think that the means in which Israel is going about the deconstruction of the Hamas network is as exclusively targeted onto Hamas as it could be, and that there is far too little regard for the well-being of the broader Gazan population, the large majority of them in which are not affiliated with Hamas at all. And
I agree. I think it's
also targeting medical personnel and journalists.
I agree, and I think Israel is aware that it's harder to tell who is part of Hamas than it is to tell who's in the Russian army, for example, and I think they are taking great liberties with this fact that they shouldn't be, and I think they have committed war crimes.
Okay.
I do agree with this.
Yeah,
I think people on Twitter assumed that I was just super, people start calling me Zionist.
Oh, it's just war. This just happens.
Yeah.
It's basically okay within the bounds. It sounds like that's justified in some fashion, the way that Israel is approaching it.
That I think is justified?
From the tweet that you mentioned, it may sound like...
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say much, right? It's 3 sentences, and people mapped me onto someone with a different viewpoint, and I don't actually have a super well-developed viewpoint. If someone was you're now in charge of the Israel-Palestine conflict, I'd be fuck. I'd be well, I have a lot to learn, I don't actually think... It seems like in the modern world, everyone thinks they're supposed to have a really well-developed opinion on every single thing, and I'm I'm not fucking in charge of that. It doesn't seem like it's a genocide to me, and I can say that, but I'm not going to tell you what I think. Probably a 2-state solution? I don't know. People can
I'm definitely, for me, 2-state solution on the 1967 borders, and that there's a lot of multilateral support for Gaza to build their own infrastructure completely on their terms, not some luxury hotel designed by Trump, which is kind of the odd direction that it seems to be going. So yeah, I mean, I've did a lot of Middle East peace advocacy when I was younger, and it was pro-Palestinian, pro-Israeli, 2-state solution.
It seems, I don't know why people keep being well, the 2-state solution kind of won't work, and I actually haven't looked into it enough to understand what their complaints are and if I think they're valid.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess one of the things I've heard is that people believe that Hamas will just keep trying to kill a bunch of Israelis, and so I think we should probably make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, 2-state solution with strong security guarantees for both parties.
It's kind of easy. Why hasn't anyone done this?
Maybe we should try it out.
Oh my god, do you think I should get involved?
Mm-hmm. I think you should start your campaign via Twitter. See if you can merge the already broad support you have with the mothers who leave their children alone.
Yeah, I mean, I probably will have to leave my child home while I'm out doing this kind of advocacy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, that's good. I'll have more time than a lot of moms would.
Yeah.
Given that I'm willing to abandon my child.
I don't know if I'm here to support you yet, but I would love to see your first declaration and see if it's something that I could rally behind. Maybe I'll steer the direction of this podcast in that direction if I am in fact optimizing for clicks.
You have 29 days.
Yes, and approximately 2 followers.
You could get a lot done.
I could get a lot.
I mean, you might get a lot of followers if you go this route.
Sure thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's either that or the apocalypse as proselytized by that book right there. If
Did you
anyone
read it?
can't see it, if anyone builds it, everyone dies. Why superhuman AI would kill us all. Definitely read it. It's a good thing to do.
Did you read it?
No, I haven't. So I just trust that there's better people out there than me.
To talk about that.
Yeah, and then I bring them in here and I learn from them and I just let them preach the gospel. I'll sit here just kind of like, whoa, sounds kind of scary. I hope people do something. But I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You should get someone in who explains the kind of like concrete scenario in which we all die.
Yeah.
Did that happen yet?
No.
Okay.
It should.
Are you
because
curious about this?
Yeah, I'm very curious
I
about
can't
it
quite
because
see
it's
it.
so consistently there. I think like there's like the way I understand it is that there's just like this broad terrain of possibility. A large portion of that domain of possibility is awful, but that contains hundreds, thousands of potential doom-like scenarios. And it's sort of like the gestalt of them is what's scary, but like to name even one would take an extremely long essay like AI 2027 with sort of, as I understand, like I didn't read it, charted out like a very narrow niche potentiality, and that just like takes forever to do, and so to do that for like the whole space, it's just like
Yeah, even like 3 scenarios or something.
yeah.
You know, like it's not hard for me to imagine my family dying in a house fire, even though they're rare enough it's safe to leave your baby home to go out for a pizza. Anyway, I can imagine it, even though I've never even been in a house fire. It's terrifying. It's like viscerally terrifying to imagine trying to rescue my baby in a house fire, right? But I can't actually imagine what it would be like to die from AI, and people are saying it could happen in 5 years. And I'm like,
Yeah, 2 to 5. 1 to 5 is
that's so soon.
yeah, it's really
I hope I can talk to my baby just a few times. I can learn to talk before this happens. I just want to know what it's thinking.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, is it like little nano drones that swarm and just like get you in the jugular and then you die? Like, you know,
I've heard that as one of the possibilities. Yeah,
that's scary.
yeah, it's really scary.
Someone should make like a blockbuster film that shows it. This would get into.
There is one that did the Grey Goo nanobot swarm thing. It was with Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yes.
Like a long time ago?
Like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, or
But
something.
it wasn't about like AGI.
It was about a man who uploaded his brain onto the computer, gained super intelligent capacities, and was like moving towards world domination. But then his like brain uploaded AI, like his big AI mind encountered his wife that was like able to like speak to his underlying drives and values.
Whoa.
That were like uploaded onto the superhuman AI and just like get him to like stop all of his killing and just like, but in it he developed like a factory that developed nanobots that did swarms that would just like eat cars as it's like swimming along.
Wow.
Yeah,
Was it a good movie?
it was alright. Yeah.
But it's like one guy. It's one guy who gets voice wrong.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I watched it like 7 years ago.
Yeah,
I thought it was okay. There's Elon Musk. He was in very, very briefly. He was in the audience. He's like when somebody
he's like
was
a
speaking.
cameo?
Yeah, he did a little cameo.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's less famous back then.
Yeah. Wow, we talked about Gaza.
We did. We didn't push
Yeah.
the button.
Yeah, I didn't need to. Do you want to talk about tomatoes?
Okay.
Do you garden?
No, I've been thinking of starting a garden because I have a yard now.
Mm.
I'm going to astroturf my yard, which is like the opposite of gardening.
Mm.
But then I could put planters.
That's totally the opposite.
Yeah. I'm like, actually, we're doing no plants. We're putting plastic fake plants down. It's just the only option. There's not enough dirt to put grass on this spot, and we're renting, so
Okay,
we can't
yeah.
jack
Yeah,
it out.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking of putting some planters on top of that,
Okay.
and then maybe I could have tomatoes. But I forgot. We actually did just plant dinner plate dahlias, which is our first attempt at gardening. Do you know what dinner plate dahlias are?
No.
They grow to be like 10 feet tall, and they have dahlia blooms that are like literally this big. Dinner plates. They're super sick.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Wow.
But it's going poorly, so our dinner plate dahlias are like this tall, and the blooms are like this big, and there's like war happening. So like we went out to check on them, and there's this bloom that's about to open, and it's covered with like dozens of aphids, okay? And then there's ants covering it because the ants are farming the aphids.
Farming, like chewing them up and eating them, spitting them out?
Like I think what they do, I'm not clear on this, so this might be like totally wrong. People can reply in the comments and let me know.
Please do, yeah.
I think they like guard them and protect them and then let them develop.
Yeah.
And then maybe they like eat them and take them back. No. I think it has something to do with pollen. Listen, I don't actually know how this works, but the ants, they're like in a semi-cooperative relationship where the ants are helping out the aphids. I think in the end the aphids lose. And then there's this ladybug larva on there that's like huge compared to the ants and the aphids. Yeah. You know? And the larva.
This is all happening on this like single flower.
On this one flower. I mean, it was awful. It was like a war zone. Like my husband went out to look at it. And then
it's like we started talking about gardening to stop talking about war.
Oh my god!
This is crazy.
It's a natural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, do you want to see something disturbing? And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, it's a really disturbing photo of our flower. And I was like, come on, just show me the photo. And then I was like, oh, that's like the worst thing I've seen in weeks. And it's just this awful picture of the aphids. Anyway, so then the ladybug hatched. The last time I went out, there was a ladybug crawling around on there.
Yeah.
That was our one attempt at gardening. So now I'm really nervous to try to grow tomatoes because, like, what's with the aphids? Are they going to eat my tomatoes? Do you know? Do you garden?
No, I don't. I did just buy a bunch of, like, house plants, though. I'm really excited about.
Okay, what'd you get?
Well, before I tell you what plants I got, I'll tell you I got, like, I have this, like, picture railing up in my room. Then I got these, like, cute little hooks for it. And I got a very cute shelving unit that hangs down on ropes. That's like a staggered 3-tier.
Oh, that's vibey.
I know.
Is it like a raw wood or like what are the shelves?
It's like a white rope with kind of like a light, kind of like that color.
Okay.
Wood.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, I got a number of different plants. 2 of them which are my favorite, and I'm gonna baby these really well. If the other ones die, I'll be sad-ish. But I would probably have like a proper burial for them already, and I just got them like a week ago.
Wow.
Was the ferns? I got 2 ferns.
Oh.
Yeah, I grew up in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay, so that actually fits your vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well then you probably know how to take care of them.
Uh-huh.
You just gotta mist them a bunch, I think.
I actually don't know. I've just been watering them, and I haven't actually looked into it.
I think they'll be extra happy if you mist them.
That makes sense.
You can get a cute little mister. Like they sell these really vibey like glass ones with like a really aesthetic top part that goes in like. My grandfather was a florist, so I grew up with a bunch of these around.
I just had a thought interjected into my head. I don't know if it's a violent thought that I need to just like totally eject and like continue with what's natural here, but I'm like, do people want to hear this right now? Are we giving people a conversation that they're going to enjoy?
Do you think anyone made it this far? And we've been talking for like a half hour or something?
No, I think probably like 40 minutes.
Wow.
I guess.
You made it through Gaza to Ferns.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Gaza to ferns.
Well, I like it. I think ferns are. You don't see them a lot as houseplants, which suggests maybe they are hard to keep.
I'm like realizing my negligence live right now that I haven't actually looked into this. I've just been sort of like watering them because that's what I do.
Sure.
But I should look into this.
I think you can also do something where you like put some rocks on like a base and then keep water in that basin because then it evaporates and keeps it moist.
Yeah.
There's like high humidity.
I have some like self-watering things. Not for those. I have it for other ones where it keeps like a little base and has like a little rope that goes up into the soil so it like consistently soaks up.
Those are the best. I've kept a lot of plants alive with those.
Okay. Oh wow. So you've been doing this for like houseplants even.
I actually have a lot of houseplants.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's such like it's great. You're gardening. You're indoor house planting. You're like being a very good house mom.
Sure. Yeah. Domestic now.
Domestic.
I'm gonna be honest. I pretty much never water the plants, so my husband just does it.
Oh.
I forget. I do it sometimes, and then he'll be like, "I did it 2 days ago. You can't just do it whenever." And I'm like, "I was just in the mood." And he's like, "We do it on Sundays." So the plants would probably be dead if it were up to me. But I have made a lot of planters for them at my ceramics studio. So I make them houses.
You have a ceramic studio?
Yeah, it's pretty close by.
Wow, shit, that's cool.
You could start going. You want to get into ceramics?
Maybe.
It's a really good hobby.
I don't have an immediate burning yes.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not for everyone.
I would like to come try it at some point though, to
Okay.
see if it does invoke a deeper yes in me.
Yeah, I signed up with. Do you know Jen? She's going to be here soon.
No.
Okay. Do you know Marie? You know Marie.
Yeah, I know Marie.
Okay, I signed up with Jen and Marie.
Jen K?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Jen
I signed up with Jen and Marie, and Marie, after like 3 classes, dropped out and hated it. But Jen and I now are members together and share a shelf, so it's not for everyone. I guess it's a lot of
Okay.
people.
Okay.
Marie was like, "Fuck this."
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, I confess, the reason why I was like trying to like seem natural while still trying to force in the comment around house mom was because of the story you told me recently. That I think all of my many followers would love to hear the story about somebody who asked you how old you were.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So.
Maybe you can like look at this one.
Yeah. So we can just get a good look at me on this camera.
This is
Yeah.
important.
So just yesterday when we showed up. So we're at this residency, right? And there's a bunch of like 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds here. There are a bunch of young people here, and they're all these like YouTubers or whatever. So we're in these little breakout groups to get to know each other. And this one guy's like, "How old are you?" And I was like, 37.
Actually, look at that camera. Sorry, I changed my mind. We're gonna use this camera, I think, throughout the whole
Can
thing.
it even see me?
Yes.
Do you want me to start over, or do you want me to just keep going?
No, I want you to keep going. I think it's gonna be okay.
So yeah, he's like, "How old are you?" And I was like, 37. Why? And he goes, "Because you kind of look like a teenager, like from here down. And you like act really young, but then your face just looks like a mom." And I was like, "I am a mom, but also like probably I'm just like pretty close to your mom's age. And so what you're probably picking up on is that I just look kind of old." So anyway, I got roasted pretty bad.
Yeah.
2 hours after arriving here by a 19-year-old YouTuber.
Great, that's it.
Welcome.
I don't want to have any follow up to it.
Welcome
just
to the
like,
internet.
Yeah.
It's like
People
that
do
here.
things like that here.
Yeah, it was earnest. He was just like, why does your face look like a mom's face? Probably the march of time.
Yeah.
That awaits all of us if AI doesn't kill us all in 2 to 5 years.
I think we might be done.
That's probably it.
Yeah,
We
I
covered
think
every topic.
we did cover quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and keep my videos that around. The last video I did yesterday is 47 minutes. My favorite numbers are 47 and 74.
Okay, those are really
I
cool
wish I was
numbers.
really tracking it right now, so I could like end it precisely on that moment. I'm not, so I'm gonna say at least that'll be my maximum, and we can end it.
Because we could just talk about nothing, and then that could like, then you could cut it at any point in the nothing.
Yeah. Do you want to just like have a period of awkward silence?
Okay. If I could fart on command, I could make it a lot more awkward.
No, I was
That
confident.
would've been really
Yeah, that
good.
would've been really good.
You ever watch any Werner Herzog films? Are you at all familiar?
I know who he is and I
Yeah.
know he's famous. I watch like analysis of his films via like Do Cinema and Nerd Writer.
Okay. Have you seen like clips of them talking and stuff?
Yeah.
He's like totally insane.
Yeah.
He's like my top dinner party guest, just because I want him to talk about
Yeah.
anything, you know?
Yeah.
He would just like insult the cooking in a really poetic way. But anyway, he does this really interesting thing when he's interviewing people where he leaves the camera running on them for like a really uncomfortably long time after they've stopped talking.
Yeah.
And so you kind of see like the facade leave them,
yeah.
and then like a lot of emotions slowly across their face, and it's just like, it's kind of uncomfortable and very
Yeah.
human. Anyway, I feel like we're in a Werner Herzog documentary right now.
Yeah. Trying to see if my facade is falling away or if I even had a facade.
I didn't feel like I had a facade, but I feel like when I'm socializing, I'm like much more energized and happy than I am if I'm not, and then maybe I settle back into a really calm,
Yeah.
less happy state.
I think I was less calm during this than I normally am. and I'm now trying to demonstrate that by lowering my voice and talking as calmly.
No, it's calm time.
It's called
On air. What's the name of your show?
the Kai Wire
The Kai Wire.
for now.
It's calm time on the Kai Wire.
That's good.
Yeah.
Can you say that? Can you say that again? And I'll try not to like interrupt it because I want maybe that will be like the intro. Can you say welcome to the Kai Wire?
Okay. Welcome to the Kai Wire. That's my NPR voice.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Welcome to the Kai Wire, where we let it all hang loose.
Okay. Alright. Welcome to the Kai Wire, where we let it all hang loose.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
good.
Yeah, that's really
But
good.
should it be your voice doing it? Because it's your show. They're going to be like, who the fuck was that?
Can we do a duet?
Okay, how do we know how to time it?
1, 2, 3, and we're just gonna like bring out that maternal attunement. I'll do my best. I've worked
Okay.
on my attunement throughout the years.
Okay. Are we doing 3, 2?
Yeah. Welcome to the Kai Wire,
where we
where we
let it all hang out.
loose.
Oh. It was loose. Did I say
Yeah,
loose
maybe
last
I'm gonna
time?
use that, but let's see if we do it again. It was always loose.
Okay, it was always loose.
Where we let it all hang loose.
Not out.
No, not
What?
out.
It's
Yeah,
hanging
That sounds
here.
dirty.
So does yours.
Doesn't
What's
it?
hanging loose? Is it your dick?
No, we're just hanging out.
What's...
We'll let it all hang loose. We talk about all the things that we talked about today and
And
whatever else we
hanging
wanna
out
talk
is
about.
like your dick is out. Hanging loose is not about penises.
No.
I'm a gangbang girl. I get confused, you know. It's all
Oh yeah,
everything's about penises to
the
me.
horror is the horror mind.
That's
It's-
right.
Yeah.
It's always going. Okay.
Yeah.
We let it all hang loose, which is just about being relaxed.
We're just
The
being
muscles are
Yeah,
loose.
the muscles are relaxed. That
Okay.
we just start yapping about whatever seems to be alive or dead.
Sure.
And that becomes the show, and hopefully it does this great cultural contribution to the world.
It's gonna happen. Probably the aphid combos.
That's
Big
I was thinking
people.
about making a 15-second short about that. That might be like the thing that gets people here.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
I can send you a picture, the picture of the aphids on the.
For some reason, maybe it's my own horror mind. I was like, of the orgy.
There's someone at Liz blog if you really want to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Should we do it?
Alright, yeah.
Wait, I need to rehearse it. It's
Welcome to the Kai Wire, where we let it all hang loose.
So we did just do it, but that was the rehearsal. Should we do it for real, or was that good enough?
No, let's do it for real.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Kai Wire, where we let it all hang loose.
We nailed it.
Hell yeah,
That was
we
so
did.
good. Maybe
Ah.
we should like say things in unison all the time. It could be like our bit around here, and then all the YouTubers will be like, "The fuck is that?"
Wow, yeah. We gotta have like the whole cohort of just like, please don't kill us. And all different intonations. Like, please don't kill us. Having like 30 people
yeah.
doing that all at once. And then like, please.
This could be a whole video. You could just say, "Please don't kill us," in either way.
Yeah. And it was just, I don't know. That sounds
Powerful.
fun.
That's powerful stuff.
This is why I'm here. We're like generating ideas
I need to be more collaborative. I've just been in a little nook talking to my screen, being like,
about worms, was it?
"Did you watch my video?"
I didn't, but you told me about it.
Oh, I told you about my video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would like to see it.
It's
How long?
how long's the video?
15 seconds, something like that?
Like 20 maybe,
20?
25.
Wow.
It's pretty. You could get the viewing done very quickly.
Okay, linked in the show notes.
This is my first ever attempt at a video, except the application video, which was me just filming ads and talking about naked mole rats.
Oh, yeah.
I could
Why
upload
don't you
that
tell
one.
me about that? I can't remember why you were talking about naked mole rats.
Probably because it was my application video.
Oh, okay.
Did
But-
did I tell you about them? Do you want to hear?
Yes.
Did we have time?
Yeah.
Okay. No, make a roll.
I'll cut.
You-
Maybe I'll cut the gossip part out of the situation. The thing. I'm not actually going to.
You could, because
I
I don't really feel like we said anything new there.
I know, and I feel like probably people were like, "Wait, we like split our audience between people who are wanting the kind of let it all hang loose vibes,
Okay.
and they weren't expecting the conversation that we went into,
No.
but also like this is what it means to let it all hang loose. So if you can't handle a conversation about real things that are happening in the world, find some other show. This is the Kai Wire. We talk about whatever's live.
That's right. You're hanging tight, not loose,
Yeah.
if you're not
Yeah.
down with that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, naked mole rats.
Yeah.
You know what they look like?
Yeah, they're naked and they're rats.
Yeah, they look awful.
Pink and like awful. It wouldn't be the term that I'd use.
They don't look good. Do you want to wake up next to that every morning?
Well, so I had a dog named Pink. She was a chug. She was a Chihuahua pug. She was a lab experiment gone wrong. Hideous in every way possible. And she was adorable, and I loved waking up to her, and I think she was very cute.
Maybe naked mole rat would be fine for you. You'd make a good parent, because you just never know what you're going to get, and you have to love it either way.
Yeah, I think I would be a good parent.
Okay.
It would be hard to have an ugly baby.
I just was saying that this morning. I was like, my baby was being really annoying, and I was like, thank God he's super cute, you know? There's like he's, while being annoying, he's so cute. His eyes are so big, and he's like, oh man. I'm like, oh, he's so cute. Anyway, naked mole rats are super interesting because they're basically the only eusocial mammal. A eusocial animal is an animal like termites or ants that live in this big colony with like a single queen, and the queen's the only one who can reproduce, and all the other ones are like, they become like very dimorphic, and they like physically change to carry out their role, right? So we know about ants. Ants have like worker ants, and they're like physically very different than the ants that mate with the queen or the queen herself. Like the queen's really big. I don't know if you've ever seen a queen. Yeah, everyone knows about ants. Okay, naked mole rats are like this, but they're mammals. So this is fucking weird, right? There's like a queen naked mole rat, and she's super mean. And so the way that she's super mean, and she like puts up with like 3 guys, and they all get to mate with her, and then the rest of the mole rats are workers. And the way that they become workers is that the queen like bullies them so much that their luteinizing hormone, which is a hormone that actually we have in our bodies as well, drops a lot. And then this puts them into like basically a state of submission, and they're also like
just a constant fawning state.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, and they're like, better just work. And they like live in these big underground colonies, and they're weird. They have like really reduced like nerves in their skin because they're made to like be crawling underground all the time, so they can't really feel pain in their skin, and they're like pretty blind. Like I can see, they're like a little bit of light sensing, but they can't see the way we can.
Yeah.
And they have these like complicated underground networks. They have like a latrine area where they all go to the bathroom in this one area, and they like get the scent of all of that excrement on their skin, and that's how they recognize each other. They're like, yeah, smells correct, you're part of the crew. Okay.
Whoa.
So they're all like extremely inbred as well, which you can imagine. They're all from the same mom.
Yeah, look at them.
Yeah, they're all from the same mom.
Yeah.
Okay. And eventually, there get to be way. It's weird,
Sorry,
right?
yeah, it's weird. I
It's
had no
weird.
idea.
I know.
I just anticipated. I just had this little image of just like, you know, a docile, sweet, naked mole rat mom with like other naked little mole babies, and just like a little picturesque, like naked mole rat and a whole family.
The queen is a tyrant. She's a horrible tyrant to all her children.
Whoa.
And siblings, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know the family structure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So eventually, the colony becomes too large in population for the queen to bully them all effectively.
Oh shit. Some people, rats about to start dying, huh?
Well, yeah, but it's probably not what you expect. So when they're not being bullied a lot, their luteinizing hormone doesn't drop so low.
Yeah.
And so every once in a while, there's one of them that's like only kind of being bullied, and it actually has like a different kind of like genetic predisposition personality-wise.
Yeah.
And it, like, if you look at the mole rats that ultimately like undergo the transition I'm about to explain, they are like much more bold and adventuresome in lab settings. So anyway, you get this combination of like a large colony without sufficient queen bullying, and then these like a mole rat that happens to have the right sort of personality, and all of a sudden its luteinizing hormone goes way up, and then it starts eating a ton, and it gets super lazy, and it stops doing its job, and then one day it's like, you know what, I'm actually out of here, and then it fucking leaves its colony. It's called a disperser mole rat, and it goes out into the world. Usually it goes above ground, and this is pretty bad because it's blind, and so they usually just die. They just get eaten.
Mm.
Sometimes they make it pretty far. The best case scenario is that they run into another naked mole rat, because both genders do this. And then they start their own colony. And then they just start over. This is like best case scenario.
Wow.
And then that one can just become the queen if it's a female.
Mm.
Sometimes they make it to another colony, and they're usually killed pretty much immediately, because naked mole rats have these massive incisors and they're vicious. And so that mole rat gets in there, and then the other ones are like, fuck no. Okay, but sometimes it gets there right when the queen has died, and the whole colony is in like total chaos.
Yeah, power vacuum.
That's right. And it can get to the latrine and like rub all the stuff on it and blend in, and then it can fight for the queenship. I think they fight to the death for the queenship, but it has a shot, you know?
Holy smackerel.
Yeah.
Where did you learn all of this?
Okay, so my husband has a problem where he, instead of doing all the things he intends to do on his computer, he just gets like totally sidetracked on Wikipedia pages, and then he has like a totally encyclopedic memory, and then he just recounts the entire the Wikipedia page to me like in full.
Whoa.
And so like a few weeks ago, he did naked mole rats and then explained it to me. And I was like, this one's really interesting. Yeah.
It's a little exciting.
I know. This was one of the best ones he's done. And then I looked up a bunch of stuff because I was really curious about these dispersers. Like, what determines which one becomes a disperser? And it turns out there are these genetic predispositions.
And did you feel like that could be extrapolated, or like, were you looking with an eye to how it can be extrapolated on the human society or human behavior in any fashion?
I mean, I do think it's really interesting. Humans are like extremely variable, I think more so than a lot of other animals. We have like subspecies variability in terms of behavior, right? And I think there's a reason for this. Like sometimes when I get annoyed with a certain type of person, like I don't do well with extremely neurotic people, I'm like, okay, well, we actually really need them. Like I don't want them to be like in my house worrying about everything, but it's good on a societal level to have someone whose whole job is to worry about everything. It's an unpleasant role to be born into. But like, even like criminals, sometimes they get too many criminal genes and they just need to go to jail because they're really dangerous. But like the criminal genes themselves are probably beneficial. We want people who are like willing to break rules. That's how things move forward, you know? So anyway, this maps on
bring a little bit of like healthy entropy into a too overly organized system kind of a thing.
I think so. We need to find which rules should still exist and which ones can be done away with, and you usually find out by breaking them. So it was cool to find out that this is like kind of true for naked mole rats too. We live in a very different social structure.
Wow. I was preparing myself for then like eating the babies or other kind of like savage, cannibalistic kind of stuff. Luckily, I didn't get to that, but it was close.
I mean, they have
incisors. Yeah, that point. I just this whole time that you were speaking, I just shudders at like the naked mole rat hissing at all the little worker ones.
I don't know if they hiss.
I was imagining it though.
They might. They probably make some noise. Oh my god, it's probably way more like that actually. That was really good.
Yeah.
Did your dog sound like that? The dog you had? No.
No. Just like like that.
It's kind of close.
Yeah.
I just tweeted today, why didn't anyone invent a dog that doesn't bark? Everyone's letting me know there's one type of dog that doesn't bark. But anyway, you've just reinforced for me that, man, they should make a type of dog that doesn't bark.
Yeah. I don't know if I could get behind that.
You like the barking?
No, I don't know if I would want to strip away something, like, if it doesn't in any way deteriorate the quality of life or take away the capacity to enact one's true nature from the dog. Like, if they're totally fine either way, maybe we could try it out and see if we like it, and probably a lot of us would. But there's something around, like, too much interference into the dog's, like, capacity to
I turned a wolf into a chihuahua.
Yeah, I know. That was my immediate thought. We've already interfered quite substantially.
What do you think a wolf thinks when it sees a chihuahua?
Dinner. Other than that, if a wolf were to see a chihuahua and be like, that is my descendant.
Imagine the human version of this. What if you got like chronically frozen and then they woke you up and
everybody's running around looking like Dobby with like pink ponytails.
Yeah. And someone's like, Kyle, you're my great grandfather, and then but they're like a Chihuahua person, and they're like Chihuahuas are really dumb, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just like a really fucked up person
Yeah.
who's like tiny and like can't do anything, you know.
Yeah, it's like got like teeth hanging out in different ways, and like its tongue hanging out, and like little scraggly hairs, and like.
yeah, for sure.
I've ascended to that.
Yeah, for sure. You'd be like, what happened? But then the overlords would be like, isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? We did that. It fits in a purse.
That'd be very disappointing.
Poor wolves.
Well, when we press that button, I'm gonna run over there and I'm gonna stop it.
Surely we've gotten to 47 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, we've gone past it.
Maybe to 74.
But luckily, I have the rule-breaking gene.
You'd be a naked more at the Spurs, so you'd go right above ground. You'd get
Yeah.
eaten by a hawk and you'd never.
Let's hope not. Maybe. But I mean, if a hawk does come after me, I got some incisors. I'm a scrappy boy.
Maybe
Take
you'd
that bitch
make
down.
it. Maybe you would just like get swooped up and fly through the air and drop somewhere else, and then you'd have like the most interesting life of any naked morons ever lived.
And then I would make a podcast episode about it. Okay, I'm just saying things to say things now. Yeah, press that shit. Bye. It's still recording, by the way, until I figure out how to. So you're on. You're live.
I'm on the air. This
Yeah.
is the Kai Wire.
Where we
And let it all hang loose.
Yeah.